full speed ahead in the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Hall running between the tackles. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackle made by Cole Bishop.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's Hall once more. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp. And in it a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And 4th and 4 coming up. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. Looking for a target. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. Set it downs for him from the 46. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Allen. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Allen on 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First and 10. Here's Allen. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Nothing for them on the play, and it leaves them in a rough spot. 3rd and 15. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Got to figure out this 3rd down here.
Half 85, half 85. Half. What is that?
From the shotgun, it's Allen. He'll get this to Samuel. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They'll go, Allen. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
They start the drive with Hall. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 28. Into the hands of Elijah Moore. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. They give to Hall on the draw. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 1. Able to get it to Moore. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Hall takes it straight ahead. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
We're a quarter of the way through on this. Back now for the 2nd quarter, and the Jets, they've got to look towards that end zone. Working inside the red zone. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets get the game's first points here in the second. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring into a defense. Other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Return coming from the 6. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Allen setting up to throw. And a man is there to knock that away.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He breaks the tackle, and he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
1st down throw for Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
They'll run now on 2nd down. It's going to be 2 on the pickup, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 13.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Third and long for him here. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th.
Hey, home.
They will go. It's Allen. He finds him beyond the marker. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. It's a 21-yard gain. And the conversion sets them up with a new set of downs.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
First and 10 now from the 30.
56.
Allen looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. So 2nd down coming up. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And defenders are there to get him at the line. DJ Reed brings him down that time.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Again, Allen to the air. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Five wide. Look out!
To the air again, Allen. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now it'll be second and goal.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Bills start to fight back with their first points of this game. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there, not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created the slightest of hesitations for the defense. That slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Short kick gathered in at the 15. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. They're out and set, first and 10. Throwing from the gun here. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Here's Hall. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Let's go now.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's into the hands of Moore. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he's able to work this down to the 41.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They go right back to Hall. Down the sideline inside the 30. Touchdown, New York! The Jets take a second-quarter lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Has this at the 6. A little revenge there from the coverage team after they gave up a pretty nice return. Ball at the 33 for first down. Allen. Short pass brought in. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. The Bills driving ahead. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. That's complete to Coleman out left. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Allen now on 1st down. He completes it in traffic. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
To throw again, it's Allen. Stays in the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
Half 85.
Allen on 3rd down. Finds Kincaid. The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 9 yards on the run, and we've reached the end of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Handoff now from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Gets this to Kincaid. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. DJ Reed brings him down that time.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Shakir with the grab. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be Jets football. New set of downs for him at the 38. They start the half with a give to Hall. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
On the counter, Hall. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Hall. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Back now, pressure on its way. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
3rd down from the gun. And he scores. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets push their lead further to start the half. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate.
Pressure off left, and it's blocked! Wow, nearly the unthinkable. He almost turned the block into 2 points, but they caught up to him at the very last second for the tackle. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
2nd and 10 now. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the 2 of them.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing now on 1st down. Allen. Complete to Shakir. And they get this down to the 28. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Middle. Alert! Look out!
On first down, Allen. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Look out!
Trying again, following the sack. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
Time we offered some serious blanket praise for this entire group defensively. The guys up front, they've certainly generated the pressure. Everybody on the back end in coverage, well, they're holding down their assignments to delay these throws. This is going to be one tomorrow, one fun tape to watch, because 6 sacks, it's hard to come by in this league.
Middle. What's that?
Third and long for him here. He finds Kincaid. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down. It took a great defensive effort to do it. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Kickoff taken at the 13. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
They'll start this one out with Hall. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Arnold Ebiketie makes it there for the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Moore's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Just one quarter. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. It's Hall on the carry. Has some space inside the 15. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down, and they go right back to it. Crosses the goal line. Touchdown, New York. The Jets can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Extra point is up and good from Sly. And the Jets take a 3-possession lead. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Return coming from the 6. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. One of the tight ends motioning right. First down throw for Allen. Hits his tight end on the corner route. The 30. Gets the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get it back to within 2 possessions. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. This is taken in at the 13. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. From the gun, it's Hall. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They're throwing it. Forced out to his... Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep the quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
From the gun on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up to the 44. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Man in motion out of the slot. On 1st down, here comes Hall. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Now looking to throw. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field. Incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
And he calls for the fair catch and is there to collect it. No return on that punt. And the Bills will take over possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Loss of 8 brings up 2nd and 18 at the 12-yard line.
Half 10.
Another try following the sack. Connection made to Shakir. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Half.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
You get to that money down, that 3rd down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. So let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job, not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills got to score in a hurry. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10.
Half.
Allen gonna throw again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 31-yard line.
Off 52. Look out.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got time here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
To throw. Complete to Coleman. Continuing to move past the 45. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Allen setting up to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 16 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw now, Allen. Connection made to Coleman. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
56.
Throwing now. Into the hands of Samuel. Complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Timeout taken by the offense. Their 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Allen now on 1st down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Again, Allen to the air. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
What's that?
To the air again, Allen. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. So it's a road win for the Jets. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals with a chance of